Hey DIYers, today we're going to unbox this brand new 3M dust collection system. Now what do I mean by that? What I mean is these have just hit the market. And so I picked me up one at a discount. More about that in a minute. Now this is a 9-gallon unit and they made these to rival the Festools. Now I don't have a Festool for several reasons, but anyhow, I got this and I'm going to test it against my Ridgid Wet Vac. And the difference in the price, this ought to be at least 10 times better. Now, let's get to unboxing this. So if you're wondering how I heard about this, I'll leave a link down below to the video, but it happened to be Stumpy Nub's tool review is how I heard about this. And because of that, I got a very good discount. So I got this from Tay Tools, and as of the making of this video, it's still on sale. It's gonna retail at $1,090. And I got it for like $872, so it's pretty good savings. And it definitely beats the Festool in the comparable price. This thing has been built and designed to go with their new 3M sander that they have out. It's also built to rival the Festool. All right, let's go over a few features of this dust extraction system. So, it comes with a 15-foot hose, got a very long cord. I'm not sure if this little flip-up handles for this, but that's what I'm using it for today. As you see, it is equipped with Hepa filters, and it comes with a certificate that says it's 99.997% as far as its efficiency. Comes with locking wheels in the front. As far as how to get into the inside, you turn, twist, and push. Opens up. It's got a little catch thing here so it won't shut on you. Your Hepa filters are each located on each side here. You can see I've already used it a little bit. And over here, got nice little rubber gaskets down here so it seals real tight. Got a little filter up in here as it blows the air out. And here's your motor. As far as how to get inside for the bag, you just flip out these edges, these side latches here, open it up, get you inside. As far as the front of here, so here's where you can plug in your tool. It's got 3 settings besides off. So this is off, turn it to this direction, that's on with no filter cleaning. I'll talk about that in a second. This is on continuously, just like that is, only it's got the filter cleaning. And this is off until you turn whatever machine you've got or tool you've got plugged into it on, then the vacuum comes on and it also cleans. It's got an adjustment here as far as how much suction to do. And then these two objects here are for air tools. So if you happen to have some air-powered sanders or something, they'll fit on here. Kind of a nice little feature, although I don't have any. Inside is a bag. Now, if I have to fault one thing so far, it's the instructions that come with this. The instructions that come with this aren't very detailed and don't tell you lots. So you got a bag. I'm not sure how this is supposed to work or fit. Slides in here. This one's going to be reusable, obviously, because I'm cheap. And I did look on the website, or I shouldn't say their website, but I looked on Tay Tools' website as far as buying the extra attachments and stuff. This stuff is kind of expensive. These bags, like 5 of these bags, was honestly kind of ridiculous. I think it was $100 if you know the truth, but don't quote me. So your bags hooks on the bottom. There's a little bottom hook, slides up, hooks on. I honestly don't know what this is for. They talk about some slide retractor. I don't know. I don't see anything moving, so I just put it to on. And then you got a cap cover here for your hose to fit in. And your hose just fits on and twists and locks. And so, because the instructions don't really say, I'm basically putting the bag on the outside and clamping through the bag. Now you can use this without a bag. Just so happens it comes with one, so I'm going to use it. Now, one feature I forgot to talk about is this little thing here. This is what they call a fill indicator. So what I'm going to assume is once the bag's full, this lights up and tells you need to empty it. So that's for these features. Now, as far as the wheels, it rolls really nice, swivels easily, but moves around pretty nice. So how am I going to test this out? Well, I'm going to test it with the sander because, well, that's obviously what it's made for, is for sanding. And I'm also going to try it out on my table saw, see if I can get it to work on it. I'll try it out on my miter saw and see how well it works compared to my Ridgid wet dry vac. So let's set up and give it a test. All right, I got this hooked up to my miter saw. Now everybody knows that when it comes to dust collection, miter saws are not very good, but we're going to try it anyway. So first thing I want to do though is let's listen to see how loud it is. Pretty quiet. Now the next noise you hear is going to be some thumping. What that thumping is it's cleaning those Hepa filters. You're probably not going to be able to hear it turn on. You'll just hear it when I shut the saw off that it's shutting off, because this is way louder than that is. So let's give it a try. But you can see it's not collecting 100% of it, but I know it's collecting some. All right, now we'll switch out and put my wet dry vac on there. All right, we're hooked up to the wet dry vac. Now, one thing I didn't realize and forgot, and we'll do another test of it to see, is I had the 3M machine set to its lowest suction rating. But we'll try it against this. The nice thing about that is I can just turn this on and go. Whereas with this setup, I gotta make sure I turn the vacuum cleaner on. All right, we'll compare these two on slow motion, and then I'll compare it again, putting the 3M machine on high. That's with the miter saw. Let's try it with the table saw. Alrighty, I got this set up to rip some plywood down. Now, if you're wondering what this is Harvey Tools' Universal Roller Guide. I'm using it as a feather board. I'll have a tool review coming out on this pretty soon. You can see that and see how it works. So I know this vacuum most likely wasn't designed to work with a table saw, but I'm going to use it because, well, I used my Shop Vac for it. So I've kind of had to rig it so it'd fit. So the nice thing is this screws off, has threads in it, so I took it off. I've got an adapter here that didn't quite fit, but I heated it up and got it pushed on, and got it put on here and taped. Otherwise it wouldn't stay very well because of the difference in the adapters. But it's hooked up. We're going to try it out. I've ripped a few already just to kind of get everything set up, but we'll try it out with this, and then we'll set up the Shop Vac and see how the difference is. Alrighty, so we got this set up. I got it set up so when I turn the table saw on, it kicks on. But again, the table saw makes more noise than that does, so you won't hear it. And I've got the suction level set to high. So that didn't do too bad. Yes, there's some dust around. We'll see how the Shop Vac compares. And I'm gonna do one board without the vacuum on so you can see how much shavings and dust gets kicked up without anything on. So let me get set up with the Shop Vac and we'll do some boards with it. Alrighty, I got my Shop Vac hooked up, and in order to be fair, I've got it taped so I don't have any loss of suction around the end because it doesn't fit real tight, but it definitely fits tight here. Now, the Shop Vac itself is gonna be very loud, and I've got to turn it on and just leave it on. But to make this challenge kind of fair, I did empty this Shop Vac and blew out the filter. As everybody knows, or most people know, or if you don't know, you do now, that the biggest problem with Shop Vacs is those filters get clogged with the shavings and then they lose their suction power. And that's the big advantage of the dust collecting system with this 3M or the Festools or whoever's you have, is that doesn't get clogged and you have continuous suction at the same pressure or volume that you always have. Now, we'll see how it is in slow motion, but honestly, well, we'll just have to see in slow motion how it does. But now I'm gonna do it without a vacuum. I'm gonna take that off so that it'll blow out the port, and we'll do one board with no vacuum so you can see how much dust this kicks up. Oh, no! So you can see with just that one board I cut how much this kicks up. And regardless of whether I use the Shop Vac or the 3M system, it does cut that down quite a bit. Alrighty, let's use it for something it was intended for, and that's basically sanding. So my sander is a battery operated, so I won't need the plug-in option. I'll just have to turn it on to always run, but the adapter fits real well in this port. Whereas on my Shop Vac, you'll see it's got a big port. It don't fit. I'll have to use this and kind of jerry tape it on there so it kind of works. What I've got here is I've got 6 boards. I'm gonna sand 3 of them. I'm gonna use 80 grit. Brand new piece. I'll do kind of 3, then I'll put a new piece on just to be fair and do another one. And we'll see how much dust we have. And we'll kind of visualize how much dust we get by looking at the top of this board here. Alrighty, so I did those edges like that so you could see how much dust would fly off that didn't get vacuumed up. You can see the sandpaper I have has holes in it so I can vacuum through it. I'm not switching out the sandpaper, that's barely used, as you can see. Now I'm already at a disadvantage with this because of how I had to rig this on here and tape it, but it should be taped well enough it doesn't lose any suction. I can tell you with this setup, it's much harder because this is a lot of weight that keeps pulling on it and you really got to fight against it. I didn't notice as much, or honestly I didn't notice it at all with that, but that's the one disadvantage of this. I can tell you subjectively that it seemed like I had more dust on the boards and on this board here as I was doing it than I noticed on the other. Oh, before I forget, this video isn't sponsored by 3M or Ridgid. I bought both these machines with my own money. So what you have to remember, and what I especially have to remember, is this isn't some big, huge dust collecting machine like you see with the big 4-inch hoses and stuff. This is really designed for hand tools, if you will, to collect the dust. So I did use it for things it wasn't designed for, but I wanted to see how it stacked up to the Shop Vac, because after all, I'm going to use it for that. And you might also. So overall, I'm fairly happy with this. If I look at this as just a dust collecting machine, a portable unit for sanding and stuff, I'm very pleased with it compared to my Shop Vac. And I have to look at it like that. Honestly, when I got this, I was expecting a big wow difference. And I have to think back, that's not what this machine was designed for. But overall, including everything that I used it for, I'm fairly happy with it. So as we review the slow motion of each of these machines in action, on the miter saw, I have to give the 3M just a little bit more of an edge than the Shop Vac. I think, yes, both of them, you saw shavings and dust scattering that didn't get collected, but as you look at them closely, I think the 3M did a little better job. Now let's go to the table saw. If you look at that slow motion clip with no vacuum on it, you can see the table saw throws a huge amount of dust. And so by using either one of these machines, it cuts that down. I'm going to easily say 50 to 75%, and I think more toward the 75%. But again, as you review the slow motion, if you look at how much is being scattered that isn't collected, I think I have less on the 3M than I do my Shop Vac. So the 3M machine ekes it out just a little bit. Now, when it comes to the sanding, here's where it didn't do a big wow that I expected, but it did do better. And so as you look at the slow motion of the sanding on the flat surface, you really can't tell a difference, or I couldn't. I think they were both the same. It was subjectively, like I said, that I think maybe this did a little better. And honestly, it's kind of skewed or biased because, well, I paid more for this and I want it to do better. Now, if you look at the slow motion of the two machines on the vertical surface, you can definitely see a clear winner, and that's this 3M. With the Shop Vac, you can see there that it did throw some dust that it just didn't collect, whereas I didn't see any of that on the 3M. Now, to answer the question that you're probably asking yourself, is it worth spending the $872 that I spent on this versus the Shop Vac? Well, that's kind of have to be your decision, but when I'm working on the outside like this, it's not a big, huge difference because I got fresh air all around me. But in a closed shop, I think, yes, this is definitely worth it because you're going to get cleaner air coming out of it than you are the Shop Vac. You're going to have dust settling everywhere with the Shop Vac. In fact, I have using it in my garage when I have such a little space to use. So for that aspect, yes, I think it's worth having this 3M dust extractor to cut down on the dust that's inside a closed area and you breathe fresher, cleaner air. So leave me a note down in the comments. What do you think? Was it worth buying? Would you buy it? Or would you just stay with your Shop Vac? Do you think this one actually did better than the Shop Vac? Let me know. And if you like the DIY merchandise I've been wearing in this video, like this shirt here, I'll have a link down below to my Etsy store. Please go check that out. It'll help support what I'm doing. And if you're curious about the table saw and the battery operated sander I used, I have links right here to the tool reviews on those two items, plus some others if you want to go check them out. Until I see you on the next project, happy DIYing.